Okay, we're into episode 17 of the 248k run with a terrible rail grid with city blocks that are too small, but it's fine, we'll make it work. It's actually apparently getting to nighttime. I think I usually try and start these episodes in the day, but it's fine, because we're going to do beacon stuff. I'm standing down here with an assortment of stuff that I've kicked out of my inventory, so I can pick up a bunch of other things to actually get around to crafting these beacon things. I was thinking about, let's get two of these, because why would I only get one? But they're actually kind of expensive, so we're only going to be making one of those, and I think one of each of these things for which I need more concrete, which is why I was down here, because this is where my temporary concrete stash is. Yeah, I don't want the concrete in my inventory. That's not what I wanted either. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, so we're handcrafting a bunch of stuff to make these beacon things. In the meantime, there's a couple of other things to check on while that's happening. These defenses should be fine. I've still got these things up. Okay, sure. Get rid of all these. How many bots do I have? Yeah, quite a lot of bots. I wanted to look at this side of stuff. And because this is currently not defended, we're just extending the grid out here, and there's a base kind of here. But I reckon I can do another set of grid stuff there, and like this is kind of a cheeky way of doing it, and then like defending here, which is going to be kind of close to that base, but it's probably fine. Let's also get a radar down here, which will kind of push that out a bit again. And yeah, and then other things that I needed to do were, yeah, tech at the moment is limited by blue science, which is limited by red chips because we kind of cut off the ceramics. But also, the thing I wanted to do, yeah, where's all of this stuff? Because we've got ceramics on a tray now, so I don't think we need either of those belts. And then hopefully we can just drain these composites off the belt so we have fewer objects floating around to deal with. And then, yeah, the other thing I was going to deal with was over here. Yeah, these guys are not doing anything either, and then all of this stuff, I think also can go. That's going to break the stone feed to the rail, but I think I've already got enough for rail. I didn't actually want to be giving bots all that many more jobs, did I? I kind of wanted... Yeah, because this was the thing I noticed about these. These pipes are empty, and these had stopped working. And I don't know whether that's a rounding... I don't know whether that's like a rounding error in the fluid movement, or whether it's me accidentally unsetting a recipe and cancelling a bunch of fluid ingredients. But we'll have to keep an eye on the supposedly self-sustaining fluid loops like this one to see if they run out of water, which has got a pretty easy fix. We just put another station in here, have a tank here with a pump that pumps in if it's less than like 1,000 water or whatever, and these guys will have all their stuff. So that's the first... yeah, and I wanted to wander over that myself because bots are not great at clearing things off belts, but I'm also not great at having a lot of... Actually, I can get around this by... Do I actually have... Because I want a bunch of these things. No, I do not have these in my inventory. Oh, the starter iron is also nearly run out. That's also pretty exciting. Yeah, things that are good, aren't they? We're going to make some beacons, he says, and then doesn't actually get around to making any beacons. What I want, and I wonder if I can just reuse a bunch of the junk that's already here. I might be able to. Is a thing that's going to make we'll just turn into walls the rest of... Where's it normal soda? There's normal soda. Yeah, we'll just turn into walls the rest of... It didn't quite fit. The rest of the stone. And then... Do I want a storage box for stone here? I guess the other question is... How much more stone is in this patch? About 70k? 69k? A nice amount of stone? Sure. Because each piece of wall takes 10 stone, 5 bricks. I'm just going to do that to get out of my inventory more than anything else. So this is going to give me about 7,000 coal. 7,000 coal? 7,000 stone, which is... Yeah, I am going to need all 3 of those chests. But this should... Yeah, then I wanted to get rid of all of this stuff because I'm better at dealing with this stuff than bots are. This This might not even fully use all of those, but also it doesn't matter. It's just like it's a thing that we are more interested in just clearing out. Are all these gone? All these belts are gone. All of these things are gone. Amazing. We can clear a lot of that up. Yeah, so let's see whether or not the radar and these roboports have gone down yet, and they haven't. Bots are still on their way out there. We've got 600 bots free, so all those jobs have been assigned. They're just not getting done yet. Let's not assign any more jobs because I've got quite a big defensive build to do immediately after that. But the next things to do are, before figuring these beacons out, because we have cut off the ceramics because we've got this new feed of ceramics, we should actually get... Why are these guys... Oh, because the stuff from the station is actually taking priority, right? And I really want that there so that the stuff out of that tiny build takes priority. Okay, so that's a thing. This build here looks like the one that ceramics were on. Hard to tell now. There's nothing on it because we've killed that build. But it's the one that runs up here, and yeah, this is the build that had ceramics on it. So that means that the plan here that's still going to preserve the sides of everything. Yeah, we previously had these ceramics, which I'm also still running down. Yeah, none of them are turning up, but there's still the stuff on the belt that's we're just running down the supply, and we want to get the ceramics in here. This dirty hack, in fact, all of this. Oh no, wait. That one needs to stay because there's quite possibly ceramics still. Okay, there's no longer ceramics on that belt that need to come out. Yeah, we need to get the ceramics in there. This is going to do half of them, but the blue science recipe that uses engines is actually the engines one I want to look at. This uses so much aluminium ceramic composite, and also the mall uses that composite, that I reckon I do want a full belt of this stuff. And am I getting rid of this batteries thing? Oh yeah, other things I did in between. There's now a wood filtered box to try and sort out some of the storage, because this one is full, pretty much full, and I didn't really want wood in the main storage, and also somewhere there's a natural fiber recipe that uses natural fibers that I think uses wood. Maybe it's not a thing I can possibly handcraft, but I think that, yeah, there's the fiberglass reinforced plastic. Oh no, here it is. It's directly above the thing that I was trying to find. Cool, yeah. So I might need bulk wood, so I don't really want to throw away wood, I don't really want to burn wood, but I also am picking up a lot of wood when I'm building all this railgrid stuff. Building all this railgrid stuff, yeah, bots I can probably drop on the next blueprint now. So we've got this kind of nasty thing to just go, like, just collect all the wood because I might need it. So that's a thing that happened. Am I using this batteries? Because the thing I'm thinking about is about halfway down this ceramics line, in the same way that... You guys are actually done now, all of that can go away. In the same way that I had this other belt of stuff, putting ceramic in several places, I kind of want a belt here, or somewhere like here. Although the issue is, I did want to put beacons in here. I guess I could underground these things, and then have these little 2x2 beacons in the spaces in between hitting a lot of stuff. Yeah, so that means that I can actually move this thing over here and then have... not like that, kind of like that. Because this will... Yeah, I guess I'm just going this way. Yeah, we're not going to use that other belt. We're just going to put more stuff in the middle of the build, because that's a fine idea. It means all of... Oh, this is also... Yeah, this is also just another ceramics belt. So I could actually... Yeah, this doesn't need to be here at all now. We can do that. And then this can go away. And then we can use this belt. Yeah, we can just do that. So the blue science is now restored. And then because we needed to get that out the way so we could put things in here. And now this is... Oh, this was an old lithium thing that I don't need anymore, isn't it? So this can go... Not there. Here. And then if we swap the directions of all of these things... okay, so the bots have got jobs free, so we should absolutely be able to see... Yeah, we're building the last of that stuff. This base is pretty close. I think that's probably fine, though. We want to grab some decent chunk of this thing so I can copy and paste this in fewer goes, and wander over to the other side of the map and go, let's actually have some defense here. And I think this probably should be far enough away from those nests that I don't actually permanently aggro them, because I don't want to permanently aggro them. I don't care about them, I care about how much I'm spending on landmines, which is, you know, a very imperialist way to care about how much combat happens, but also that's kind of how this game works. These are all tile... Oh, they're not actually tiled. Okay, well, let's line these things up. Yeah, getting a decent tiling blueprint for this stuff would also be a good plan. And yeah, so we haven't built the rest of these sides of the rail grid yet because we've just dropped another couple of thousand jobs into the bot queue. So bots are still super slow moving backwards and forwards across this entire ribbon. This is one of the other... Shouldn't I not have... Oh, there's one belt here. Yeah, one of the other disadvantages of... did I reverse that twice? Whatever. Yeah, one of the other disadvantages of doing this kind of ribbon thing is there's just a lot of bots. Yeah, doing with ribbon thing, trying to do a rail grid, having a single Roboport network for the entire ribbon all the way out to both walls means I can copy and build things pretty easily. In fact, one of the things I'm probably going to want is actually without the rail station. I just want the smelting, and maybe not with that output geometry. But I did want this copper patch. Yeah, so I can just drop blueprints on that. Let's not do that yet because bots are still busy building other important defensive things. Is that true? Well, they probably already assigned a bunch of things. We're just going to go for it anyway. Yeah, we want this copper patch, and we can just throw... I should have done that with respect to... It doesn't matter now, that's going to be fine. We are going to be able to mine everything. Yeah, we could just throw a bunch of miners down in places that we extend to, which is fine. But the problem is there's a lot of bot travel time as these guys just go backwards and forwards along the length of the map, which also has power grid issues, but our power grid is fine because we extended that. Okay, so that's all of the preamble, isn't it? We've now got these composites going into the blue chips build. We've got the blue science coming out. We're still short of red chips, but we have now got... And we've also cut off this stone, yes. Which is good, I mean, because let's not give the bots too many jobs, but it means that all of the ceramics going into those composites are being made with the new recipe from the railgrid, which is cool. And then, yeah, this is actually a good time to be doing big slow techs like physical damage 5, and I wonder if I've got another laser tech that I can do. Laser speed 1. Where's laser damage 3? Yeah, this is another tech that takes 60 seconds, which is when we're not making all that much blue science, because everything is bad and slow, is a good time to be doing things that would otherwise be lab speed limited. I probably even... How much military science do I have? Yeah, I think I'm making blue science slower than I'm making military science, but it's fine. It's just waiting on me to get a lot of other things done. Okay, because we've got... Actually, let's just... Yeah, let's hack together some... Let's put these beacon buildings down and figure out what they do before committing to any particular plan as to what I need to do with them. So this is the beacon core. Yeah, it's an episode about beacons. We're doing beacon things, aren't we? This is a core. It's on channel 1. Previously, when I put these guys down, they were on channel 0, and now they've gone to channel 1. So this guy at least says linked beacons 1. Okay, so does Linked beacons 3, that's nice. These guys, I mean, I haven't powered any of these things. Let's at least also... Because the places I wanted these guys were in the middle of this blue science build, of which I don't really have the inventory. Oh, I've got a lot of this stuff. You can get out of my inventory. Thanks. It's all just going to back up on the train. It's going to be fine. Yeah, then all of this stuff. Oh, these are actually the things I wanted. I wanted these so that I could do something like this. That's... Yeah, someone did some silly things here. Sure, whatever. You guys are going to get beaconed unevenly. It's going to be fine. Because... Yeah, something like this is how I can see these beacons fitting in and boosting a lot of different dudes. Do I have? I don't have any more of those. I can't really grab any more of those from... What is this? Oh yeah, I can grab these ones. Those ones are not being used for anything. Yeah, just not even caring about which parts of the base I cannibalize anymore. Okay, so we've got... And then let's also drop another beacon over here so we can look at things. Oh yeah, and then bots are... Yeah, they still don't have any jobs. Okay, maybe I'm going... Yeah, I'm just going to grab this one. That's not what I wanted. I wanted a ghost there so I could have this one so that I cannot have the power poles. I guess we're doing this demo thing with the bigger power poles, okay? Fine, yeah, like 15 minutes through an episode, just starting on the thing that I actually wanted to do. Am I at least making the wall? Is that... Yeah, so this... Oh yeah, but I also only hand-fed these guys, but I did hand-feed them a lot. We could do... Yeah, we can do, like... There we go. Now all those guys will be fueled. And yeah, we're not actually... I'm actually only half consuming this, aren't I? Things we can make better and or worse. Do I need... I don't need that roboport at all. And it's got no bots in it, so you can just go away. Which is... means I can do... this kind of thing without having to worry about undergrounds, and we can get all that stone out a bit faster. Oh, this station is full. Okay. Do I have... I still have a bunch of solid fuel. Yeah. We'll just go and... This is right-hand drive, yeah. It's an episode about beacons. See how I am doing beacon things. Yeah. Anyway, go and like, just pick up some coal and just wait there for you to meet us later, because the next thing we're doing is allegedly red ships. But let's figure this thing out. So we do have 7 linked beacons. This beacon says... Oh, this beacon still uses power, but isn't transmitting modules. No modules to transmit, okay. This thing, crafting speed, negative, because... I also haven't actually figured out how to put modules in this thing yet. Oh, there's a second building slot? Okay. So I did make some speed modules to figure out how this works. And this is still... Yeah, this is still fluid ingredient shortage. And these guys... Their failure message is still no module to transmit, so I guess we do the fluid thing, which is kind of what I was expecting, because... Yeah, this thing needs 2 different kinds of fluids. Computing power and memory, sure. Probably nanites or something. That seems to be... Which one is this? This one is the blue one, okay. I don't know why you'd otherwise have that stuff as being fluids. Okay, so let's just direct insert that there, and then where's the other one? This one is the K1 memory provider, which provides memory, presumably. And you guys need red wire and crystals, and you need green wire and crystals. Interesting. Okay. So I have crystals, and then I guess I'm just gonna craft some wire just here. You needed red wire, and you needed green wire, and I've got a decent amount of all of this stuff. I guess, yeah, because I picked all the stuff up off the belt as well. That's why. Power all of that stuff. Also connect to that power pole for, you know, resiliency. I think I connected that. Do not have these. Yeah, kind of. Don't look at the grid. It's still a mess. So let's do that. So we've got a lot of these wires being made, which is fine. These guys have... Oh, these guys are doing this pretty slowly. 20-second crafting time to make 200. Actually quite hot computing power. Okay, so now what happens? Nothing. This recipe takes more than one cycle of stuff. Okay. And then these beacons are also still not doing a thing. And so how many of these cycles do I need? Because that's the second cycle of each, isn't it? Finished products finished 2, products finished 2. Yeah, that's the second cycle of each of these things. This guy still doesn't have enough fluid. So one of these fluid cycles is at least... Okay, so there was 600 and now there's 50. So each cycle of this thing takes 550 fluids and also doesn't last... Actually, I need to jump on a thing quickly. So this was about 75 seconds done. Well, 75% complete. When this thing is on a 20-second craft with a building speed of 1, whereas this guy has a products finished 1 and finished when this guy was at 75%. So this guy has... Okay, I don't think maybe there's a way in the wiki to find out or something, but it looks like this guy has a 15-second craft that uses 550. These guys have completed 5 products? Yeah, so I've made 1,000 of this stuff. I've got 450 left. So when each of these guys finish the next one, I should see this tick over again. Yeah, and I've got 100 left. And then this is going to take 15 seconds, allegedly. Let's see if we can also swap out of this again and see that the other one is at about 75%, which would be... I mean, I could also just time this, or, like, get a clock or something like that. Yeah, about 75, yeah. So this is using 450 stuff. 450 of each fluid input in 15 seconds to do something with these beacons that I actually haven't checked yet. So let's come back. These guys need to do 2 more cycles, yeah. So I also want to see when this guy kicks off. Is that 20 megawatts? This one building by itself uses 20 megawatts while doing its thing. That's pretty wild. I'm pretty sure our grid can handle that. Yeah. But then again, these guys are also each consuming 400... and it's just kicked off, and we've got the beacons, and all these guys are plus 50% speed. So... energy consumption plus speed plus 20... Yeah. That looks like I get 15 seconds worth of stuff that's getting its thing done. Why are you guys slow? Why have the red chips... Why do I have so many... Oh, I've got all the red chips because I've now got a surplus of red chips. Because I'm not taking... I'm now getting all of... Except these are the only ceramics that are going into the red chips. I don't know why I was expecting these red chips to not be backing up. Everyone has all of their products, don't they? Everyone's running? Yeah, okay, so I'm just making... Maybe it was these guys that I was using to get... Yeah, because these little boxes, in fact, let's have these, are the things I was using to craft these guys. Okay, so anyway, if these guys do... This is 100 every 10 seconds in terms of output. 100 memory every 10 seconds. These guys are building speed 1. Yeah, because the thing I'm trying to figure out is, if I want this guy running permanently, how many of these guys do I have, and then how many of these guys do I need? Because I think that's gonna have to be a build that we do. This guy takes... it doesn't tell me that, does it? Takes 550 in 15 seconds. Let's say it takes 615 seconds, because then the math is easier, because then that's 400 per second, with a little bit of slightly more than I need. So I need 4 of these guys to keep one of these busy. 4 of these, 4 of these. How many of... Yeah, so let's remember that I need... I mean, it's not going here. It's definitely not going here. We're going to go put this in a grid somewhere, because the other thing we need to do is figure out how to make all of this stuff as well. What are you guys... Oh yeah, so you bots are done? Bots are in fact not done. Bots are just busy doing things. And yeah, then the outside of this stuff they haven't built because we don't actually have roboport range on it, but that's fine. That's why we've got these blueprints. This one should be tiling. These all should be tiling now. So yeah, so now we can go and build out the rest of this grid. Now we've got the defenses down. And bots will be very happy again for a long while. That's fine. Yeah, so these guys need... If I have 4 of these things, I will need... That's the wrong thing. So I need 2 red wire a second, basically. But then also because of this building speed... one of these won't actually give me 2 red wire a second. So I will need 2 assemblers. I'll need 2 assemblers on each of these. Okay. And I think the way I'm going to line that up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to copy or paste this later, is if I do something like this, and then one of these logistics wires, and then you direct insert there, and you direct insert there, and you get coils. That's actually, yeah, this is well ratioed. So this is, ignoring building speeds, 2 chips a second. This needs 2 chips a second. And another 2 coils a second, whereas this also already needs 6 coils a second, whereas this guy's only doing 4 a second, but that adds, yeah, that's what I wanted. Something like that. This little pattern here, provided I can give it all the copper it needs, that one in particular is going to need to be a stack inserter. This needs iron for this guy, but should be one of these fully running all the time. And so I need 2 of these guys, and then also 2 of these guys, and then also a total of 4 of these guys. Yeah, so this much of this thing will be everything I need to keep that running, and 2 coils assemblers for each of 4 of these things means 8 coils assemblers in total, which is a full red belt of copper? Nearly a full red belt of copper? Do I really want to be doing... I mean, okay, so we're going to be moduling these things as well, right? We're going to have modules there. Let's give you each one of those, and one of those. It's going to be fine. I can't module this at all, can I? Oh, I can module that. No, wait. Yeah, that's... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so we're going to need basically a full belt of copper. And then half a belt of iron. Both of which I can just pull from the rail grid. But that's quite a material investment just to get these guys up to speed. Although I do also want them at speed. I mean, I guess that, yeah, the thing I was half expecting this to do is I was half expecting this core to eat the modules. Because the idea of being able to go, here's 2 modules, here's just some other process. By the way, you only need 2 of these modules, and then you've got some other process to keep them, to broadcast those modules to as many of these guys as you want. Although there's a limit of those as well somewhere, isn't there? Max supported beacon's 100. Cool, so I'm still way under that. Yeah, struck me as a thing that was going to be... Because usually when you're building a base, the cost of building all the modules is a major thing. And here, what is that? Is that... Yeah, some dude spat at a turret. Oh, do I have... medium splitters, 0% chance. Okay, so we're into medium splitters. Yeah, I think I do want to go and push a bunch of these guys at some point, but not yet. This is also the disadvantage of... Oh no, okay, so there are bots on the way to do this. I've got 400 bots free, which means some of them have already been receiving these jobs. But yeah, this is also the reason why we're doing all this laser turret and landmine work, is that it's just a whole lot easier for bots to just move these around rather than it is to put flamethrower turrets everywhere, connect all of those up, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was usually the module cost is a big kind of capital investment for building a base, and here the module cost is not going to be a big capital investment, but there is, because I need 2 of them, but there is, it looks like quite a substantial just ongoing material investment, which I think is probably still, I mean, I don't even know if it is probably still worth, but the thing I want to do, because it's this mod, is use this mod's way of doing beacon stuff, because that seems like a good idea. So we're going to do that. Do we need... Yeah, I do need to do these things, don't I? Yeah, so we're going to use this mod's way of doing beacon stuff, just because it's this mod's way of doing beacon stuff. That seems like a thing that I'm down for. This... Oh, these guys... These guys are off-center. So all of these are actually only affecting 3. Interesting. Yeah, all of my usual layout beacon stuff is slightly off because I'm used to having beacons that are 3 wide, and so when you because the guess. This one was a better example. Here's a better example. Yeah, this beacon here, I'm used to beacons being 3 wide, and so if the beacon also occupied the tile that I'm on at the moment, that's sort of one over from this thing, then the 3 range of the beacon would also hit this assembler. So, not even sure if this beacon layout is a good deal anymore. Because I guess the other thing that I could do, if I had the space, and I don't here, is... Let's demonstrate it over here. If I've got beacons that are 2 wide and have a beacon range of 3, then I can do nonsense like this, where I can have 2 beacons stacked away from an assembler and both of them hit the same assembler. So that's maybe a thing we deal with later. Do I go and build this first? Was there anything else I mean, I wanted the red chips. I don't know that this is going to be super useful to do until I've got the red chips, because all these things, yeah, all my blue signs needs the red chips. In fact, let's go and do red chips things. Worry about this later. We'll leave this there as a pattern that we've got to go and deal with. But the thing that I actually want is also still red chips, so that I can turn off these ceramics, because these ceramics are the only other ceramics in the base that are using the old bad recipe. If I pivot to these, where are they? These, that's the composite. The composite is stuck. Yes. That was a thing that I knew was happening. Where are the ceramics? Here are... No, over here. This train of ceramics. All of these ceramics are on the new fancy ceramics that crush the stone first, which is great. The reason this is stuck is because we've also got this offset... Yeah, this is... We might actually run the base out of the stuff, aren't we? Although... This mall would have called for more composite if it actually needed it. So I've got a train of composite, and yeah, that base of stuff is actually one of the things that... Do I have everything I want? Let's go and pick up a couple more power poles and splitters and things like that, because I'm still mostly copying and pasting stuff. I'm going to need more trains, actually. I'm definitely going to need more trains. Yeah. Trains are over here. Give me some of those. I'm not going to need that many of those if I've got... Yeah, sure, that should be enough trains. And then I've got a lot of copper. Why do I have so much copper? I don't need this at all. You guys could just get out of my inventory. And then I also had a bunch of iron that I kind of also don't need, but I will need probably those things again. Give me some of these, so I've got some things to blueprint with. Oh yeah, kind of attempted to sort out the storage a bit. It's not very tidied up. I think these though did change, and these are now actually storage boxes that are key to the thing that bots will bring old deconstructed things back to these places, which means that they should no longer be messing up the main storage. So yeah, so that's most of undergrounds was the thing I wanted. Oh yeah, undergrounds right here. Let's also have more undergrounds, even though there's probably some in storage. Let's get rid of some of this junk in my inventory. Didn't I see I had a bunch of ceramics somewhere as well? Maybe. I'm not going to need any of those things. I do have stack inserters. I need basic poles. I think I saw basic poles over here. Yeah, give me just a couple of basic poles. I won't be building this myself, but I want to have enough stuff around that, yeah, this is a box of things that I was going to sort out. I thought there would have been somewhere a box. Are these 3 boxes still here? Oh, these boxes are still here. So probably, yeah, all the ceramic, 94 bits of ceramic went in there. I was going to go and give that to the red chips. I don't think I'll bother with that. I think we're just going to build more red chips. These guys being done is pretty nice, though. We can just blast a whole lot of this stuff now. Oh yeah, trains are still not actually getting fueled, are they? Are you... You don't need to exist. Maybe you do need to exist. But yeah, we'll go and... Yeah, that train is full. Yeah, there's just a... And then how is the copper doing? The copper is... Some of the stuff can go. Not all of that. But yeah, so there's definitely a couple of things we can tidy up at various places, which I should not be bothering with now. I should... Wait, what? That's weird. Yep. So there's definitely a bunch of things that bots can go and tidy up, which will make some stuff nicer, I guess. I don't need that anymore, because this is all for the starter iron. Yeah, this is what I was supposed to be doing, isn't it? I'm supposed to be building red chips instead of figuring out what the bots don't need to exist anymore. Uncreate these, uncreate... Let's keep sideloading that, because it might be important in various other places as to why that's sideloaded, but whatever. Yeah, so we've stopped the composite in the base. We've got not very many red chips. I've got a lot of aluminium that... Yeah, whatever. Let's go and build a thing. Okay. Yeah, because there's a fairly complex number of moving... Do I have chem plants? Chem plants might actually be a thing that... No. Okay. Let's go and get chem plants. And yeah, actually the reason why these red chips are so sad is... no, it is just short of composites. None of these guys are doing anything. In fact, that guy I should just turn off. Because he's still... I think he's still... No, wait. There was a big... 20 megawatts while active. Most of a megawatt while not active. Whatever, don't care. Chem plants. Chem plants are over here. Yeah, give me some chem plants. Because we're going to be making plastic on site. And then I've got assemblers, and I've got... Yeah, I think I should have enough things to blueprint the rest of the stuff, probably. I have 10 stations. That's probably enough. I think we're probably going to be okay. Yeah, where are we? We're going to be out here somewhere, aren't we? I'm not sure exactly where, but there are a number of moving parts that I want to kind of fit together. Do I just also use this coal? I think... Why have I not built roboports? I haven't built roboports because I don't have the red chips. Yeah, that'll do it. But all you guys... Yeah, I guess bots are now wandering over from wherever to build all that stuff. I think I do want this coal, which probably means that... I probably don't need that much coal, though. No. So, red chips. Figuring out where and how red chips will work, because we've got... What are the various parts for red chips that we've kind of got set up so far? We've got ceramics on a train, which is one of the things we need. We've got gas on a train, which is one of the things that plastic will need. We've got coal on a train over here, but it's not a very good coal station. It's just whatever's running out of this. But that's probably going to be enough for the moment, because there's still these. Yeah, there's still a bunch of... This is set to the right number. Yeah. There's still a bunch of coal also just buffered here as well, in addition to what's on the train. So that's gonna, we'll worry about that later. We've got iron on a train here, which we can call over. The copper is going to be the interesting. Copper and iron is going to be an interesting one. We're going to use this. At least we're going to draw copper from the network. We're also going to grab, like, this train over here. The way we unblock these ceramics from currently being stuck from all of these, like, quote, outputs, even though this is like a better recipe because it gives me more stuff, is we're going to use this train for both iron and copper to make green chips and red chips for the red chips. And also, how many of these do I actually have? 115, yeah, so... yeah. So I probably need... and I think I want to take this up to... I think... yeah, because the current not very good, not very big red chips build is half a lane of copper. And then I want to kind of... actually, there's not a very similar layout to that at all, is it? I want to be able to eventually put 2 lanes of copper into the red chips build I'm building, but I don't think I'm setting it up for that yet. I think we put beacons in it later to get it to that, but I want to do the layout in such a way that it fits this thing. In fact, I don't even know... yeah, okay, so let's just... yeah, I think the layout I want is... and then also because I'm also thinking about this in terms of beacons as well. In here, and then... this isn't where it's going. This is just, like, doing layout stuff. Because I've also got these beacons. Yeah, so if I can fit beacons in here, which is cool because I can, I think we're going in there and out there. And this, I think... yeah, so we'll have green chips in the middle one, coils on the outside ones. And this then, these are going the wrong way, aren't they? They all need to be going the same way. Probably. Don't actually know. And then one of these outside ones can be grabbing the plastic and ceramics from a belt. And then the other one is going to be the output belt. And this also means, and I think this works, this setup puts red chips on the outside of this thing. So I could actually have... whereabouts is the middle? I could actually do that. 1 tile up here, 2 tiles down here. It's not in the middle. It won't ever be because everything is lined up based on these belts. But I think this is the red chip thing we're going with, because this means that then I can fit a bunch of beacons in here. I could even do the double beacon thing here. Yeah, if these were 3x3 beacons, I could have 1 beacon in the middle and hit all of these. As it is, I can have... yeah, these 2 beacons will hit 3 each. But also the beacons... I guess the other thing is these beacons are reasonably cheap, aren't they? These beacons are... like a bit of stuff. These beacons are not nearly as expensive as beacons usually are, because there's also no red chips in them. And also, there's no modules in them. So I could quite happily be beaconing things like this. I think I worry about that later, though. I think for the moment we do something like this, because I like the weird asymmetries. And then... is that true? I don't like that so much. We're going to pull these guys back a bit, because I would rather have... yeah, I would rather have power poles here than have multiple power poles in the middle. So this is also going to be the power plan for how we get our red chips build going. This is also all the easy bit of the red chips build. The difficult bit is always plugging the next... yeah, plugging all the inputs in. And figuring out... actually, that's a good point. How many of these do I want? If I've got... yeah, so I also need to make 2 full belts of green chips. So that has to happen somewhere as well. It's not going to be this close to the copper, is it? Because we're going to need... if I'm getting 4 lanes of copper smelting out of this, do I go towards these guys? Do I build out... I think I build out this way, don't I? Because I can also tap this coal, and that's going to be easier and closer. And also, I don't want to build over the soil. I've still got to get the soil. And I guess we just build into these trees. Yeah, we need trees for natural fibers. Yeah, sure, cool. That's a thing that I don't know whether or not I actually need yet. So, let's grab ourselves a 4 lanes of copper smelting pattern. And is that going to fit? It's not going to fit. It's... Yeah, I will have to there is space, but I have to move all that stuff forward, which is a bit of a pain, just to accommodate for the fact that this stuff is sticking out. Yeah, but we're still going to do that, I reckon. Yeah, we just go into lining this all up, I guess. Let's just grab this much of this thing then. Except without the power poles, because it's not going to line up with the power poles. And I can actually just grab that much of the thing, and that's going to be the entire build I need, and is also going to have the least amount of other stuff floating around. Actually, we'll drop it over here for a moment, because there's some things we want to clip off. Like, we don't want all of that stuff, we just want those things coming out. And then there's a power pole here I don't think we want. Yeah, so we can put 2 belts of this in. Sorry bots, the reason I dropped it all the way over here is so you would never actually get to build it. And then we can have 2 belts of stuff here. And then I think I do want to reverse... Yeah, I do want to reverse the direction of the outputs on the second build. And we can also just go kind of... Actually, I can go this way? Sure. Why not? Why not just spaghetti all the way through the rail base? That's fine. Here? Not here. Here. Yeah. So we need to get these... How many is... This is going to be more than... Yeah, that's more than 60. So I don't need to worry about getting these 2 in here. I can just worry about getting these ones prioritized in here. That wants to be even, but then this also wants to be... Yeah, okay. I guess that's why I'm over here, isn't it? I've wandered all the way over here so I could be here to set this stuff up. And these guys are... Yeah, putting down a pattern is kind of not useful, but I guess that's why we've got 1,000 bots to be doing all that stuff for us. Okay. That's also not going to lane balance, is it? But I suspect I don't really mind. Because... Yeah, this is... Sure, whatever, that's going to be fine. And then we've got to get, yeah, some trees in the way, which is cool. Then... I don't think I'm ever going to get more than 2 belts of stuff out here. Maybe depending on how many of those things, but whatever. Depending on how much mining productivity I have or something. But I also don't really care, because I'm only interested in getting 2 belts out of here to go over there. So where's an underground that I can queue? Oh, I took the undergrounds off my... hotbar, but here probably will work. That won't work. Actually have to connect them with the other ones. Yeah, I think this is gonna be reasonably fine. Where's there? That's too close, isn't it? Sure. Bots are gonna take some trees out of the way. It'll be fine. Okay, so this bot's gonna be turning up, building all of this stuff. That's going to be 4 belts of copper smelting, which is the one I want to prioritize. So yeah, I reckon I build a station that takes 2 belts of copper from this train. So where's... Actually have a... Yeah, this thing here is exactly a train station that takes 2 belts of copper from a train. Let's take that much of it without... Yeah, let's not grab the signal either. Yeah, I kind of need to grab the train station and the combinator, because otherwise the train station won't connect to the combinator. I hope that this non... Actually, was going to say, I hope this non-rail station lines up with the rail, but actually I can use this bus, this kind of, having said there wasn't enough station room for stackers, I can actually use this kind of stacker pattern. Yeah, I'm using this slowly enough that I'm draining one side and then the other side of the belt, but I'm also draining it slowly enough that that doesn't matter, so that's fine. Belt balancing these two, belt balancing this one's going to be more of an issue, but also I'm not going to worry about that yet. Yeah, I can actually use this pattern in the middle of blocks to bring in multiple things that I need, can't I? Okay, the other thing that I need to worry about more is... I mean, I need to get them water, but that's a kind of fixed thing. All of these belts going in is also kind of fine. I guess that's why these guys had one of them on the end somewhere. Let's do that in multiple places. These guys are already powered for it even, so I've got 2 belts of copper here. I've got 2 belts of copper turning up here. I then need... Yeah, I've got to build down this way, don't I? Because I also want to be... And if I want to be doing this, then I may as well just go and, first of all, get all these guys out the way. That's going to depower him, but it's fine because I've got Robocop coverage from the rest of these things anyway. And then... Yeah, I guess this is my... how I'm going to mine this coal plan, is we're just not going to worry about anything that's underneath the rail yet. How many is that? Yeah, 70, that's more than... Actually, if I want to put 2 belts of plastic in, then I need a whole belt of coal, which is still definitely more than that is, so maybe I'm also putting this coal on a train. Yeah, so we've got to get... How many of these do I want? If these are somewhat boosted by beacons, then this thing... Because usually it's... Yeah, I did previously, we did 16 of these things? Yeah. But now I'm doing this in 4 rows instead of 2. How many can I fit? This might also end up being the determining factor, and then how many can I, like, practically do the plumbing for? Do I want build... I mean, I can have bots building this. Bots aren't doing anything at the moment, and there's also not really anywhere for me to extend, because I've actually gone up to... I've taken another expansion here. Cool. Yeah, actually gone up to the limits of where the biters are in both sides at the moment. I'm pretty sure I still have... Yeah, we still got enough of these, it's fine. Okay. So we've got copper. So where am... So do I have another of these mall... Not mall things. Another of these train collection stations like here? I think what I do... I think I might build plastic here. I think I want a train station over here that does... Yeah, because the other thing that is the more complicated thing is figuring out the other smelting, because that has a train with mixed stuff, and it needs some buffers so that it's not permanently jammed on all the other things. But I think this is a good space for plastic because the coal is right here and we can run this around and down and then something like this. So let's have this. And do I have silos? I have 3 silos. Do I have pumps? I'm pretty sure bots have pumps. Okay, so if I grab this pattern here, because this has the silo spacing that I want. It doesn't have the pump spacing that I want, but that's fine. We can work on that later. Yeah, we'll go that way. We'll put these pumps the other way, and then we'll throw in these things. And that's going to do probably whatever it needs to. I think I made some more combinators. And then, because yeah, we want to go wire to... Actually, no, I don't need combinators. I can just go wire... Yeah, I gotta go to a pole. Fine. And then also... actually all of these. Because I don't really want to put 500,000 petrogas here. So these pumps can pump... actually, no, I don't need to, don't, because I'm controlling it with the station. I'm not controlling it with the pumps at all. None of the pumps need to be connected to the thing. They will always have capacity, and then the... Yeah, that one doesn't exist. And then this train station is going to request petrogas. Yep. And then if I have less than, say... Let's still have a lot, though. So that is also limit train station to 1 because it's in the middle of the grid and that's kind of awkward. But that's a place we can build plastic. And then this train over here... Yeah, so we're starting to provision some of these things. Have petrogas... yeah, why can't I access any of these other stations? Interesting. Empty cargo. I was expecting this guy to be on the... because these belts of stuff are actually in the way. Yeah, this is other disadvantages of this rail grid base, is that these trains can't turn both ways out of each intersection, so I need to make sure that things like this don't happen. So I think the thing to do next, and I might do this in between because this has not been done before, is, you know, this here is a stone station, and we can put this stone station. Where's a good place for a stone station? Like here? That's not so great. Also not so great. Yeah, I guess it's going to be here. Is it on... It is on the... It's on the outbound side. Let's put it here so it's on the kind of the quotes inbound side. Although if I put it there, it's got itself nowhere to get out. Yeah, joys of... Oh, here's where we put it. We put it down here. In which case I don't want the rubber ports on it because that station is lined up differently with respect to the rubber ports. I want the station and the power poles and the combinator and not the rail signal, because that's how much of that station from that side of the map fits in, like here. Is this... yeah, there. So this is going to be a station that has stone, which will run when these guys have stone, and then we can direct this stuff. Are these guys... These guys are still not actually run out, but it's fine. As long as we get this stone here, this stuff can run out and to the... Are you done? You're done. Good. Because that's kind of important. Yeah, this will mean that we can get the trains out to where we need them, and then this train... How is this train... Yeah, so this train has also got a way to get stuff in. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, this will tidy up in between hand. This we kind of no longer need because we've got the wall from the other place. This one is turned off. These... Everything is... Oh yeah, everything is blocked because I turned off that aluminium. So this ceramic is fine. All of those walls are fine. These guys will get more stuff before we can them completely. And then I will also think about ways that I can get... If I'm doing plastic here, somewhere I need to do a weird smelting thing to deal with the mixed stuff. And somewhere I need to do actual green chips, for which I need to do a new plan. And then all of that has to combine with another one of these types of stations to bring in the coal and... You never actually connected to anything. I broke you again. Cool. Yeah, it has to connect to... Have another one of these types of station setups to bring in the ceramics and the coal, and then also extra copper from the other mine, and then where is this? Yeah, this train, which is currently what's blocking most of the rest of the progress of the base. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, I'll think about where things might go and how much space they might take up, and hopefully can come back tomorrow and actually build some bridge ships, because that's the thing that I've got to be doing that I've kind of rambled around not doing for a while. But yeah, good things, some progress. We've at least got the composites into the blue sites now, and we've got a plan for beacons, kind of, even though we're not actually doing anything with them yet. But yeah, sure, yeah, fine, cool.